This is WP Living with a WordPress theme review, and I want to look at the Capiton WordPress theme today. It's a new theme by a new company called Theme Furnace. Both were launched on the 1st of May. It's run by somebody called Oliver Dale, and you may know his other website, which is wplift.com. It's a great resource for all things WordPress, so check that out if you don't know it already. And you can see here the banner to Theme Furnace. Theme Furnace was launched with 4 key themes. Capiton is one of them. It caught my attention for its minimalist qualities. I'm a sucker for minimalism, and I think there is generally a cult following for minimalist or sparse type themes in WordPress generally. And the reason for that, I guess, is that it acts a bit like a blank canvas on which you can put your own mark. You can build on top of it, and I think a lot of people like that. Also, I think if you're in the market for a new WordPress theme and you don't need to go the whole 9 yards with a bespoke design, then perhaps one of the most sensible things to do is take something that's simple, that works, that is clear. And I thought that Capiton did a good job in that department. And we're going to take a look at some of the highlights and some of the lower lights of the Capiton theme. I want to begin just by outlining the key features, and then we'll get straight into the demo, okay? So it's being billed as a theme that's suitable as a portfolio or a business type website. It is minimal and versatile, has its own options panel, which we'll take a look at in a second. It also has 4 styles included: light, light wide, dark, and dark wide. And if we click here the View Features button, you can get a sense of that admin panel now. It's a tabulated admin panel, goes from the general to the specific, including changes to typography, social media icons. You can change the homepage slider, and so on. You can also export your settings so that you can then import them into another iteration of this theme on another website. That's kind of neat. Quite like that. Have a look at a few more features and then switch to the demo. It comes with full documentation and support. I mean, that's what you'd expect of a premium theme. And incidentally, the price point, $49 for the single license, $99 for the developer license, very competitively priced, not bad at all. I mean, some themes in the premium market go for much more than that. Some go for a little less. But it's right there up with the competition, so not bad at all. Other features include bespoke or custom widgets, a Flickr widget, Twitter, and a Tabber widget. We'll see those in action in a minute. It has a portfolio section, different styles as we've seen. You can upload your logo, you can manage fonts in the admin panel, and so on and so forth. All right, enough of that. Let's get to the demo. So I'm going to be fairly short with this. I'm just going to go through things I like and then a few things that I like less, and then wrap this up. So here we are, the front page of Capiton. Capiton, the name itself is interesting to me. I didn't know what it meant, so I looked it up. In fact, it means an upholstery button, actually, in French. This is a Capiton in French, an upholstery button. So go figure the relationship of that to this theme. Perhaps something about fabric, material, kind of something light, I don't know. In any case, the front page is nice, light, and minimalist. Pretty much does what it says on the box. I like very much the spacing of elements from the title to the navigation to the intro text here. Very clearly laid out, nice hierarchy, nice logic behind the elements, and nice spacing. This is another type of theme that breathes and works right off the bat. Moving on, we've got a slider going on here. I'm not a big fan of sliders generally. I tend to think they're a bit of a gimmick. I understand why developers use them. They're nice kind of filler elements, but I don't really find them personally usable. I tend to always avoid sliders and get straight into content. But this is a fairly conventional business/portfolio front page, and so he's gone with a slider, a portfolio section, and a blog section. It would be great to see a slider with video capability. It would be great to see a slider with more options, adding text, cutting it down into different layers and so on. This is a generic slider. It's all right. It does what it does. It's just for images. Anyhow, moving on. The portfolio. Fairly simple. You click on a thumbnail and it takes you to the portfolio entry, and so we get a sense of the portfolio template at work. Pretty much like a blog. You get the image in big, and then the text that follows, and then a comments section. And the sidebar here on the left, you can see the Tabber widget in action. Very nicely done, with nice little thumbnails, very clean, clear. Let's just go back once more to the front page. This blog section, very much similar to the portfolio one, and that's another little gripe for me. I would really like to see different ideas going on here, some thinking going into what differentiates the blog from the portfolio. Okay, there's a title, there's a date, a timestamp, and then you can read the full story, but nothing about that blog section, to me, says anything about blog. It just says almost a continuation of the portfolio. So I would like to see something shaken up there a little bit. Also, I'd love a developer to rethink this mold that people have got into about portfolio themes, that there should be these kind of sliders, portfolio section, blog section. Can we shake it up a bit? Can we kind of find other models, other structures? And this is a kind of an aside, if you like. I'm just kind of tired of seeing the same things. It is the same thing, but at least it's clean, at least it's done well, and it's very presentable. Finally, there's an extended footer here. I like that a lot. That's widgetized. Again, nice and clean, a nice finishing touch to this front page layout. One more thing that I want to take a look at is the blog. So why don't we enter the blog via one of the posts here and see a single post in action. So here we are on a single post view. Similar to the portfolio page, except that the blog image is now reduced and the focus is on the text. You can see, incidentally, in the sidebar here, the social media widget, the custom social media widget in action. It displays the follower count for your social media profiles, and that's really neat. I like that a lot. Otherwise, very straightforward, threaded comments, yeah, very nice and clean. One thing I like less about the blog section is all this space at the top here, this white space, and this big section devoted to the metadata. It doesn't need it. It's a distraction for me. I just want to get straight into the blog content, you know. This should come sort of underneath the image or underneath the title. It can be tucked away. We don't need it. So I'd like a little bit more thought to go into that as well. I'm kind of being a bit harsh with this theme, but that's kind of because I really like it. The bottom line is I do like it a lot, and I like minimalist design. And I think overall then this theme is, it's kind of a winner. It's a no-brainer really. It does what it says on the tin. It performs well. It's clear. The lines are nice. There's some subtle details that I like, such as, if we go back to the blog, the little lines around the images here. It's just nice touches, nice detail, great color coordination. It's monochrome, but that means that your content stands out. The images really speak out, so you can do quite a bit with that. That's my take on the Capiton WordPress theme from Theme Furnace. I'm looking forward to more themes from this company. It's a good start. I think the designer can do much better. I think he's got a lot of ambition, and I'd love to see someone shake up these molds, these patterns that developers have got stuck in. Come on, do something different. You know, throw some punches, take some risks. In any case, that's been a WP Living review. Catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.